Well, welcome back. Well, for the first time ever in the Midwest, and specifically here, right here in Milwaukee, 2 new office-based liposuction technologies are available.
One of them offers a non-invasive approach to getting rid of unwanted fat and tightening skin. The other is a new form of liposuction, often called Tickle, I almost said Elmo. Tickle me Elmo. It's Tickle Lipo. And joining us now to talk more about it is Dr. Timothy Zelko. Welcome to the Wording Blend.
Thank you.
I have a little trouble
nice
saying these
here.
words. So let's just first distinguish. People have the opportunity to choose an invasive procedure, an invasive type of liposuction, or a non-invasive approach to fat removal.
That's correct. The non-invasive approach is called Exilis. It also comes from Europe. It's FDA approved. But by non-invasive, we mean no needles, no incisions.
Okay.
And typically, what you're doing is you're applying radiofrequency waves to the tissues, deplete the cells of their fat, as well as tighten the skin. So it's a very comfortable procedure.
And that looks pretty easy there. Yeah, it does look very comfortable. She's awake. She almost looks like she's in a spa type setting.
It's just a warm, soothing feeling that they have during the procedure, as opposed to the invasive form of liposuction, which is in this case called Tickle Lipo. Tickle Lipo is a very effective, very safe, very precise way to body sculpture a patient right in the doctor's office with the patient awake.
So why is it called Tickle Lipo?
Okay.
Why that name?
Tickle Lipo. The actual cannula, or the tube that is helping to put the fluid in to numb you, as well as suck out the fat afterwards, is moving.
And she's laughing.
And the movement can stimulate you to feel like you're being tickled. And the other thing about this is too that the movement actually prevents pain notions.
Oh, okay.
So it does 2 things. It gates the pain and causes you to feel like you're being tickled. And occasionally the patient actually even laugh.
That's so funny.
Well, I suppose because it's in your midsection where you would feel that
It's
tickling
right where you
sensation.
would feel tickling.
What about downtime for these 2 different procedures?
With the non-invasive approach called Exilis, there's no downtime. Once you're done, you go right back to the office, right back to work, no problems at all.
Okay.
With a truly invasive approach, you're probably down a day or 2.
Okay.
That's all it really takes before you can get up and moving again. I've had patients, actually, flight attendants, they're on the flight the next day. I've had patients go out, I'm looking for them and see how they're doing post-op, and they're shopping the next day.
Amazing.
So everybody's a little bit different.
And with the Tickle Lipo, why is it so safe? I would think if you're laughing and moving, it could obstruct the movement of making it effective, but it's safe and effective.
It's safe because, one, everything's laser liposuction, which I've been doing for years, is the type of liposuction to do. Lasers are hot. They actually can burn. So this takes away any heat from the process and just goes in because of the movement. It actually helps to shake out the fat cells, leave everything else intact. So that's all you're doing is removing the fat and nothing else. So it's a much more safer form and much more thorough and precise body sculpting procedure.
Let's look at some pictures, starting with the Tickle Lipo. These are some before and after pictures of results. Walk us through it.
Oh,
that
wow.
looks dramatic to me.
I mean, this is a little patient. I mean, these actually come from Europe because this is where Tickle Lipo started. And this, patient done with her hips and her thighs. She's lost that circumference around the hips and thighs.
It looked like
areas.
it was buttocks too.
Well, no buttocks.
No buttocks.
No,
okay.
it was just tickled.
Just okay,
was
gotcha.
just tickled, okay?
Okay,
and
what about
the same
this
thing,
one?
a little bit larger lady. Again, she had hips and thighs done. And you can see that she has nicer contour. Also up above her waist, you can also see that she has lesser circumference at her waist as well.
Yes.
And this is all done in probably about an hour-and-a-half procedure.
So why is it so superior? I mean, this is obviously being done in Europe and has been kind of working there.
It's been for 2 years now.
Yeah, so why is it superior to other kinds? Is it that heat difference?
Well, the safety issues, okay? Plus, if you think about it, and I use this analogy, if we're sitting in where your fat is, when I talk to patients, and the ceiling is where your skin is, and the floor is where your muscle is, and we're sitting where your fat is. Also in there is the support structure between skin and muscle, okay, and blood vessels and nerves run in that. But you want to get to the fat, but leave everything else alone.
Right.
Well, when you do something which is real rigid, you're poking up against everything. With this thing moving, it actually finds its way and goes through the areas where least resistance, which is the fat, to selectively just get the fat out. So it's superior to every other form of liposuction that I've been doing for years. And I've done the laser, I've done the ultrasound, done the traditional. this is by far the best.
Let's look at before and afters of the non-invasive lipo too, because maybe the results aren't quite as dramatic, but certainly, you know, with no downtime, this is something that's going to appeal to a lot of people.
Right. If you're not ready for true liposuction, you know, you can get results like this where you do tighten the skin and deplete the fat from the fat cell. The fat cell doesn't go away. Okay, where in lipo it goes away. So that's a little bit different.
You're just shrinking them in essence.
Exactly.
Okay. So how do you know which one is right for you? Is it really just what you feel most comfortable with, or is there actually, you know, a standard for what works best for certain people's bodies?
If you have, you know, larger areas to involve, multiple areas to involve, probably good liposuction is the best way to go. If you have small little areas of fat, or you want to add significant skin tightening to the procedure, then non-invasive approach is probably a better approach.
Explain your 4-for-1 offer this morning, which is quite extraordinary, and then we'll give the information for your office.
What we're doing, because this is new to the Midwest, new to Milwaukee, we really want to get the word out and educate patients. Well, patients are educated by consultations with me, but they also want to see before and after pictures and hear testimonials. Because this is so new, I need those testimonials. I need those before and after pictures. So what I like to do with the first 20 patients that come through the door over hopefully the next 10 to 14 days is give them, it's called a 4-for-1, You do 4 areas, which you typically each area costs $2,500 a piece. Do all 4 areas for the price of $2,500.
Wow.
So like a $10,000 procedure for $2,500.
That's great. So normally what you're looking at is you could get 2 spots on your stomach, your love handles, and your back all for the same price. So instead of that costing you $10,000, it's costing you $2,500 with that 4-for-1 offer. And here's the information to contact Dr. Timothy Zelko. You can go to his website, which is zbodysculpt.com, or email him directly as well at zbodysculpt@gmail.com. The number on your screen for more information is 1-888-8-Dr. Lipo. That's toll-free, so that you can contact Dr. Timothy as well. See if Tickle Lipo is right for you. Thanks for being here, Doctor.
Thank you very much for having me.
Nice to have you.